say the more day breaks every day, the more dissatisfied people are with the system, the leaders, the politicians, the rulers of this world are using, and people are beginning to understand how the politicians work, how they think, that, and people have equally come to the terms with that most majority of the worst politicians, they don't really care about the average masses or the poor people. And truth be told, we are no longer in the years 1960, 1970, 1980, 1990 or early 2000. Now people are beginning to understand how things are being done. As day breaks by, more expositions are coming out, revelations are being made, people are beginning to understand more, and people want things to change. And when you look at the hardship that is ongoing in the world, most of the countries in the world are going through a whole lot of things. No country in one way is having it all. Every country have their own issues they are trying to come in terms with. So that is why you see that. And some super countries sanctioning other countries too, because these countries refuse to do what they want, is equally what is leading to some of these revolutions. That is why you see that when it comes to Africa, some people are rising, they want to change the normal norm. They want to be free from their pre-colonial master or their current still active colonial masters. And that is why you see that some African countries are separating themselves from their colonial masters. Because, and not just Africa, you see that in some part of the world where some countries are being sanctioned, they are being sanctioned because they refuse to do what the super countries are ordering them around to do. And that is why you see that BRICS come into the picture. And BRICS has been in existence for some years now. It's just that with the sanctioning of Russia in 2022 and BRICS coming up with the de-dollarization agenda, you'll see that it is what many of these developing countries has been looking for. It's just that they cannot do it on their own, and now BRICS Alliance is providing them with that platform for them to join with other countries to have a uniformism or collective strength or effort to be able to win this struggle together. That you see that as day breaks by, more and more countries are tabling their applications to join the BRICS. Yes, because of the de-dollarization agenda. Even Belarus and El Salvador are the current countries from South America and Europe that have tendered their application to join the BRICS in 2024 because of the de-dollarization agenda. Because most of these developing countries, they want their economic stability. Yes, and they need a platform in which they can achieve that. And there's no way you have economic stability without trading in your local currencies. Because when you're trading in another man's currency, whatever affects that man's currency affects your economy, and you don't have power over that currency, because the owner of the currency have right to decide what they do with their currency. And that is what you see that is happening with the US dollar, that has been a legal tender since for over 70 years. Whatever affects the US currency, which is the US dollar, affects most of these developing countries. And with the BRICS, the dollarization agenda, which is a game changer, that is what you see is going to take a whole lot of years to win this war. But if the BRICS manages to conquer the US dollar by encouraging their members to trade in their local currencies, and when other currencies see that it's working, I'm telling you, this is going to lead to economic revolution to most of these developing countries. And most of these developing countries, when the de-dollarization agenda start working, when their local currencies are stronger, their economies are stabilized, you will see that they will now get position as a superpower in the world. They will now have a say at international stage, at a global stage. So it's going to take a whole lot of years to dethrone the US dollar that has been sitting in that position for over 70 years. But it is worth trying. And as a concerned Africa, is going to be for Africa's benefit if this de-dollarization agenda works, because the de-dollarization agenda will benefit Africa at large.